Hey everyone, welcome to the Withering Effect. This is episode 16. Today's date is October 1st, 2019, and I am Duds, or Duds Versus everywhere else on the internet.
And I'm Bankadoppel, or Bank for short, and today we're going to talk about Minecon, actually. What, uh, what have you been working on before we start heading to that topic?
Minecraft has been put on the back burner again. I've had
Surprise.
personal life stuff get in the way, yeah. Well, I came to the senses, I sat down last weekend and tried. Like, literally tried to record an episode, and I could tell it was just going to turn out really bad.
Ooh, yeah.
And I don't ever want to put out bad quality stuff with how little I put out content as it is right now. Granted, I was putting out stuff once or twice a week, but it's like one bad video is it's not worth it. So until I really get the urge to be super creative, it's kind of on the back burner. I promise to try to start streaming a little bit more though, just to kind of help get myself back into the swing of things. People have been asking for that to come back, so yeah. And
it's been a while since you streamed, wasn't it? Like a month already?
Yeah. Well, it started out just because I had tons of stuff to do on Saturday mornings, and I couldn't stay up late to stream, even though my streams were never like really late at night. It's the fact that I go to bed at like 10 and I don't fall asleep till like 4.
Thanks.
So yeah, that's the personal life stuff, and the Discord is convinced me to talk a little bit about the mystery project that may never see the light of day.
Oh.
Because I keep mentioning it, and they're like, hey.
Yeah, you have been teasing a bit.
Yeah, and I don't mean to tease. It's just I want people to know I'm working on something that I don't know if I want to talk about. But I'm going to talk about it a little bit. So I've been having really vivid dreams because I only sleep for like 3 hours a night. And I decided to turn that into a book. Oh, 6 books.
Yeah. That's where the mystery project comes in.
That's the mystery project. It's going to take several years.
Yeah.
But it's like 2 stories based on 3 books, and now as of today I might be adding a 3rd story in there that's just a single book or a short story. And I haven't written a single page of this book yet. It's just basically been note pages or notes everywhere because I have to build an entire new world and I don't want to mess it up.
I mean, I've never written a book, but I think starting off with notes, that sounds like a common thing to do.
Yeah, like I have character bios, I have a timeline, I have here's one set piece and another set piece and another set piece, and I just kind of need to fill in where all these set pieces go, but I'm doing them over 6 books. And 2 of the stories that don't really intertwine together that have to intertwine together.
It sounds really strange.
It really does. I don't want to give plots away or anything. Bank knows the plot, and he seemed to kind of like it.
I think, you explained it a little bit to me, because obviously the first question I asked was like, how is this going to be so many books? Like, how do you know and stuff? So you kind of explained that a little bit. There is a really good logic for it. Like, I can tell people that, but there's just no way of explaining it without just giving it away.
Right.
But the story, I mean, I thought it was an incredible story, honestly. Like, it sounded amazing.
Yeah, and if I can get the word, it's got to believe the words. It's got to be a believable world, or it's not worth it. Mm-hmm. So basically, I have to write the history of this world down so I don't mess myself up. Because writing is not my forte. I don't write ever. I went to school for architecture. That was very minimum, like mechanical writing. So
mostly numbers, I guess.
Well, we had to write up descriptions on how to do certain things and stuff, but it was like to the point, that's it. And now I'm trying to do creative writing, and it's like, well, here's the point and here's all this colorful description of said point. It's like, I can do it, but it's going to take me time, and I stress over making it bad because I don't want to do anything bad, and I don't want to do anything half well. I want to use a different word, but Carl will censor us. So Yeah, that's what I've been working on, and there's the mystery project. I hope you guys get a little bit excited and understand I'm not going to spoil any of it, so probably don't ask. You can ask how it's coming and along and everything, but plot details are hush hush.
Yeah, don't ask about it. It's really, I don't think you'd want to know the plot.
Yeah, and like I said,
you left out a lot for me as well.
Yeah, I think I left the ending out for you.
Yeah, you left quite a big part of the ending out. You sort of explained sort of the first parts, and I don't really want to know more as well because it sounds amazing.
Yeah, I hope it turns out amazing, or it's going to turn out to be just a pile of diorite. And...
I mean, even if it turns into a pile of, jeez, I want to use words.
Diorite.
Yeah, we'll go with that one. Surely it's going to be a fun experience, right? And a nice hobby for a while.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope to get, like, at least one written. And so I have a buddy who's written a book, and he said the hardest part was getting a publisher. And he actually couldn't ever get a publisher. He had to publish his on his own.
Ooh, right.
And that costs a decent amount of money. So I would hope my first one's good enough where I could get a publisher, and maybe they would pay for the rest of the books to get done too. But
I'd say I would worry about just writing the book at first, and then once you get close to finishing something, maybe start looking into.
Well, that's just it. Worst comes to worst, if I can't get a publisher, I'm not spending any of my own money to get it out there. I'm literally just going to post it on the internet.
Yeah. Maybe there is like sort of. I know we have like the Dutch Amazon sort of thing. Mm-hmm. They have a book publishing thing going on. Like you can publish your book there for free, and I think you can earn some money for it just selling it as an ebook.
Heck yeah, Amazon hit me up.
Maybe
Sponsor.
Amazon has something. Yeah.
But yeah, so that's it. That's what I've been working on. That's why Minecraft has took a backseat, because all my creative know-how is trying to go into this very hard idea I have that could turn out to be really cool.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I can completely understand that.
Yeah, but how about you? How's your week been?
Horrible. Basically, my upstairs neighbor has just been, well, or she was just stomping on the floor all day. Or her dog was, when she wasn't at home, like the dog was on the balcony barking outside, which, either way, it was noisy all week. I did do a speed run though. I did play a little bit of games, and I managed to get it down to under 1.5 hours, which is pretty cool.
Awesome.
I mean, yeah, I'm surprised I managed to do it. I think that's kind of.
Well, I mean, that puts you back up on the list a little bit higher, doesn't it?
Yeah, I was actually kicked out of the top 100, and I'm back in now. I think I'm at 97 again.
Awesome.
Yeah, pretty cool. But that was about it for my week. It's like I just wasn't in the mood to do much.
Yeah, I know that feeling too.
Mm.
I have that feeling all through the day where I just don't want to do anything. And I'm like, okay, let's go to bed at 10 o'clock. And then it's like, I have so much stuff to do, I can't sleep.
Right? Well, all the time I also had like, I could watch a movie or something. And then I was... And then I finally, like, it takes an hour to find the movie you want to watch.
Yes.
And then I was like, I start the movie and I just couldn't get my attention to it. It's like, no.
I remember.
I don't want this. And then I turn it off after like 5 minutes and then you stare at your screen again for like hours.
So Saturday I went and I played football and pulled a muscle and much pain. But I had worn myself out. I had gotten tired. I went, yes, I'm going to get good sleep tonight.
Oh, and then, yeah, I know that tiredness. That's awesome.
Yeah, well, at 1:30 in the morning, I decided to start a movie. And I remember 10 minutes in going, what the heck did I just do? And the movie ended like after 3 o'clock in the morning. And I was just like, I am so stupid.
Oh, well, I mean...
Yeah. Also, if you guys hear little tippy taps in the background, I am watching my parents' dogs. So instead of just Susie, there are 3 different dogs here now, and they tend to be restless. So I apologize up front.
There's pictures in the Discord of those dogs, actually.
Yeah. Pictures in the Discord. You guys should join our Discord. You know what? Let's just go ahead and do the Discord ad right now.
I was just gonna do an extra one, but sure, we can do it now.
We'll do the Discord ad now. We have a Discord. It's a great place to hang with fellow Withering Effect members and ask people who work on the episode's questions. We should probably put a comma in there somewhere. I ran out of breath reading that.
I mean, you could imagine one.
That's true, too. It's the best way to get in contact with us, and we always love to hear from you guys. Honestly, our Discord little family is growing, and it's been really cool. There's been chatter just about every day, so that's awesome.
Yeah, I really like the activity that's on there, and there's some cool conversations as well.
Yeah, not just Minecraft-wise.
No, it's an actual just Discord community kind of thing.
Everyone's very welcoming.
Shall we move on to actual Minecraft talk?
Yeah, let's talk Minecraft for once. We're 10 minutes in. We haven't been talking about Minecraft.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
All right.
We'll start off with the news, I guess.
Yeah, let's go for it.
There was a new snapshot, and as I read it, I completely didn't check before the show, so I gotta quickly check what was in the new snapshot.
Definitely rendering engine stuff. The what are they calling it? Blaze 3D, something like that.
Oh, what was that? The 3D biome thingy, or is this something else?
Kind of. So they've got a new rendering engine that is going to help make Minecraft perform easier on your PC.
Right.
And that's what the 1.15 is all about. That's why 1.15 is such a small update. The whole nether update, which we'll talk about later, is a 1.16 update. 1.15 is all about bees, bugs, and getting this rendering engine in.
Okay.
And I want to say that snapshot, they have a lot of bugs, such as like nether portals rendering above just about anything else. So when you look at a nether portal, the little glowy part of the portal is sticking out and doesn't really look correctly. Or when it rains, the rain's behind everything else, so it looks funny. Same thing with water.
So it's gonna need some tweaking.
It needs some tweaking.
Okay.
Like everything Minecraft.
In the meantime, I quickly looked at the snapshot. There's been some small, nice little changes, I guess. Let's see. Iron doors, they now must be mined with a pickaxe, else they won't drop as an item.
Oh.
I makes sense to me.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a small change. It doesn't affect that much.
No.
Melon stems and pumpkin stems. Attached stems now drop their seeds again when broken.
Cool.
And this one I actually kind of like. Rails now places facing the player rather than always north-south.
Yes.
So it actually places the way you face it. I like that.
I love that. That's awesome.
I don't know what this means. Lighting of blocks in the inventory has been swapped from being dark on the right to being dark on the left. I mean, I know what it means, but it doesn't make sense to me.
So Exumavoid went over this in one of his snapshot videos. But if you're in creative mode and you have all the blocks sitting there and you look at it, you can kind of see the direction of the light flip-flop depending on like the block and stuff.
I'd never noticed that.
We'll talk to Carl, see if he can't get a link to Exuma's video in there, because he goes over it pretty well.
I'm sure he can.
Better than we can.
Some changes to textures. I'm not gonna go through them. That seems small stuff.
Yeah. Let's talk about the biome vote, because we didn't get to really talk about the last biome before the last podcast went out. And that's the one that won.
Did you actually vote?
I did not actually vote.
Okay, me neither.
Like I said, Saturday I was out playing football. I was not home all day.
Oh yeah. I was at my parents', so I wasn't at home either. I didn't get the chance to watch the whole thing either. So
I would have voted for Mountain, so it's
Same
nice
here.
to see it won. But then again, the ones I voted for on every other vote have never actually won. So maybe it's a good thing I don't vote.
Yeah, maybe you should stop voting.
Yeah, so Mountain, we guessed correctly. They're goats. They're mountain goats.
Yeah, that
Bank
was really
called
cool.
That one.
We uploaded the episode, and then the day after, Or we recorded the episode, and then the day after it was announced, and I was like, wow,
It's awesome.
I didn't expect that.
We also mentioned mountain generation.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna be in there. It's like we know what Mojang's doing before they do it.
Or they're finally starting to do the cool stuff.
Well, and then we also called that 115 wasn't gonna be a big update, and that they were saving everything for 116.
Which also kind of seems true.
I'm telling you guys, we need to be more popular. Get your Minecraft news here, because we're guessing on all cylinders.
Right? Maybe you're gonna get your red dragon.
Red dragons! One per episode.
Yeah. I wanted to help you out this time.
That's like my little trademark thing. Instead of just Red Dragons TM, it's Red Dragons 1 per episode. But yeah, Mountain's super excited about that. I was upset that Mountains didn't have a new tree. And then we had the Nether update. So now I'm not worried about that anymore.
Yeah, 1.16, another update. That got me excited a lot. Because I didn't watch the whole Minecon stream thingy.
Right.
I sort of read like the top line on a video, or I went to their page or something. And I was like, oh, Nether update. So I was kind of weary, but I got really excited by what I saw.
Yeah.
That looked amazing.
Yeah.
But I guess we'll go over that a bit more in detail.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's like our main topic today, so
yeah.
we'll come back to it.
We'll talk a bit more about that later.
Yeah.
Another thing that kind of got me excited was that they're going to use illusioners. They're going to add them to raids, apparently, in the future. I don't know when.
Well, see, I know they originally were supposed to be in raids, but then they said that made the raids too hard. So they took them out.
Maybe they want to make it a bit more difficult. Maybe they're going to only add them in hard mode or something.
It'll be very interesting to see, and I kind of welcome it. I have not done a raid yet, just because that's not my cup of tea, so I don't bother. But I want to see the Illusioner in the game anyways. I think it's a very cool mob. So
it had a cool mechanic. It had a nice... because they had the invisible guys, right? Then there was one real one, and then...
Yeah, and then like duplicate to like 4 or 5 of them or something like that.
Yeah.
It's a cool mob.
Yeah, I thought it was a cool mechanic.
Yeah. Also in news that's awesome, we're gonna get a real Minecon again. Something called the Minecon Festival.
Boo.
Boo,
no,
what?
I like that they do it, but they should have done it in Europe.
Yeah, so it's going to be in Orlando, Florida, which means I have the option to finally go visit one of these. So I'm thinking next year for Minecon, I might go visit if anyone wants to meet up. Just saying.
I mean, I would, but I doubt I get the chance to.
It's in Orlando, man. You can go to Disney World.
I really don't care.
You can go to Universal Studios.
I'm not much of a theme park guy.
Gotcha. I love theme parks.
I usually like to hang out where there isn't that many people and there's more like nature stuff.
That's true. You're not going to get that in Orlando, Florida.
Well, don't you have like some, what is it, big swamp kind of famous thing in the south of Florida or something?
Yeah, that's the Everglades, and you got to go past like Fort Lauderdale, I think, to really get to them.
So that's far away from Orlando, I guess.
I think that's like another 4-hour drive.
Oh, that's all right.
But it's Florida, so there's people everywhere.
Ooh.
It doesn't matter where you go in Florida. There's people.
I mean, I don't mind people, but, crowded. I don't like crowds.
Yeah, for people who don't know, I was born and raised in Tampa, Florida. So I know firsthand. We keep going home to visit family. It gets more crowded, and I'm just like, oh my god, there's too many people.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Try driving over the Sunshine Skyway, and it takes like 3 hours because of traffic.
For what distance?
If there was no traffic, it's like a 15-minute drive.
Oh boy. Really? What?
Yeah. Peeps, man.
I can't even
too many
really
peeps.
Imagine that. Jeez.
Yeah. So, Minecon, I'm probably going to go use it as an excuse to go see some family, because I don't think I've been home in like 3 years.
You just want to cape.
Yeah, and I want a cape. Who doesn't want a cape? Well, I don't know. I don't know if I'd actually go into Minecon because I don't know how expensive it is. And if I'm in
Fair enough.
Orlando, I'm going to like Universal Studios, not Disney World because I can't afford Disney World. But I'm
Yeah, if
going to
it's
a
really
theme park.
pricey, I can see how you wouldn't go in. I mean, it seems like fun to visit once, but
Yeah. Well, Universal, I want to
yeah,
say is like $90, so it's not horrible.
dang. What?
But yeah, when compared to like Disney World, I want to say it's like 200.
What? Jeez.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah, if I'm going to Disney World, I'm getting one of them package deals for multiple days, and I'm having friends join in and get that discount. Plus, I got my granny, and I can be like, "Hey, granny, I need your resident discount because you live in Florida, so I can get some tickets to Disney World." Know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
okay. Yeah, with discounts it gets better.
Yeah.
Still,
And well,
that's a
and
lot
she's
though.
she's senior citizen too, so the senior citizen discount on top of the resident discount. You guys don't tell Disney what I'm doing.
I mean, you're talking about it in a podcast.
Yeah, I know, I'm screwed.
It's a Minecraft podcast. Disney isn't going to pay attention to that.
Yeah, we're getting way off topic again. Oh, but I love it. I love ranting and raving on you guys.
Are they getting your like weekly session of mental stability?
I need a podcast that's just 30 minutes of crap Dud says.
I mean, they could be included in the in what we have talked about doing, like
Yeah.
I don't know, the random sort of chit chat as a separate thing.
Yeah, and we
I
need to
don't know
bring
how
that
to
up with
call
you
it.
guys again because we're actually hitting the viewer counts that
Yeah,
we were
they're
starting
going
to
up.
talk about it. So you guys have been awesome, and we've been thinking about bringing a secondary podcast. This podcast would obviously stay exactly the same. We'll talk about Minecraft. We'll get off topic every once in a while, but then we'll have a secondary podcast where we're not aiming for the hour time limit like we do here, where we just talk about any random thing. It could be movies that came out that week, or maybe there was a new game that's not Minecraft we both want to play, or something like that. Random stuff.
Basically, we kind of hang out
Mhm.
with a microphone enabled, and we record
Basically.
that.
Yeah, so let us know if you guys want that. I think that could be really fun.
Yeah, I think that could be interesting.
But let's get back on topic of Minecraft and
Yeah,
Minecon.
should we do another Discord plug?
I think they've got their Discord plug. Puppies, community, Discord.
Yep. All right,
Anyway,
let's get to the real deal.
Yes. Minecraft 115 and Minecon 2019. You go ahead because you wrote most of the topic for today's discussion down. So I'll let you lead, and I'm just going to kind of fill in some blanks.
I wrote a bunch of things down. It was mostly things that I was like, well, I like this or I don't like this.
Yes.
I gotta say, there wasn't much I didn't like. The first thing that stood out, obviously, and the first thing I was curious for was which biome won, which obviously is the mountains, and I'm really excited for that because it was my favorite. And the main reason why it was my favorite was because I had the idea they were aiming towards having sort of generation improvements, which turned out to be true, and even though it's just in one biome, I think that'll be a step towards working to a bigger generation rework.
Yeah, I agree
yeah.
100%. But then I saw this post on Reddit that said the mountain biome wasn't coming to Minecraft till 117.
Wow, really?
Yeah, I don't know who posted it, but I have the picture and I'll post it to our Discord so Carl knows to put it in the show notes. But they did like a breakdown of what's coming in 115, 116, and then they have the mountains biome in 117.
Oh, I didn't actually pay attention to when it would be released.
I don't remember
I kind
hearing
of assumed
anything.
it would be released in 1.15, but that was
That's what I thought, and this could be totally wrong, so take it with a grain of salt. I'm just going to post, hey, I saw this. You guys tell me if it's right or wrong or not. But yeah, if it's 117, it's like, why did we have the vote then? Unless they're really planning on 115 and 116 coming out relatively quickly.
I mean, yeah, go on, sorry.
They said 115 by the end of this year, which probably means May of next year.
Mm-hmm.
with the way it's been. And then 1.16 was going to come out before summer of next year, but that probably means Christmas of next year.
I mean, 116 is pretty much the size of like 113 and 114.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it's gonna take a bit longer than half a year, but who knows?
Yeah, I mean, think about what they did on 113, creating all those new biomes in the ocean. Now they're doing that in the nether.
Yeah, I feel it's about the same amount of stuff they're adding.
I agree.
The aquatic might be more difficult because they had a lot of like mobs going on, all the fishes and dolphins. And
Well, that's true. And then you mix water in there. That's always
right?
got some coding physics challenge.
So I think the nether will probably be easier. I mean, I don't know. This is way beyond what I know about coding. I mean, that's a big game they have. But yeah, I got really excited by the mountains, and then what else did I wrote down? I should have read through my notes before the episode.
Been coming so prepared today, guys.
Well, I got really prepared because I prepared over the weekend.
Yeah,
and then I should have read through it now. It's alright though.
Well, when you said you had all your notes done this weekend, I almost contemplated being like, hey, let's just record it over the weekend real quick. But then I had stuff come up and I didn't have time.
Yeah, I figured I'll just get it done. I don't know why. But I'll get back to... well, this is actually from 1.15. So I thought the mountains was from 1.15, but I guess it's not. But we got honey blocks, which I thought were kind of fun.
Yeah, I did not see a lot about the honey blocks. From what I'm hearing is they're like slime blocks, but they stick to everything and can manipulate entities
or something. Yeah, and if you walk on them, you can only jump like half a block high.
Wow.
I don't know. I kind of like that. It seems completely useless, but I like the feature.
Well, someone was telling me like if you put an armor stand on top of a honey block and you move the honey block around, the armor stand moves with the honey block because it sticks to it.
Ooh, that would be awesome.
Yeah, that could be kind of cool.
Yeah, I think the honey block could have a good potential of changing redstone.
Yeah, my first
sort
thought
of like
was
slimed it.
Yeah, my first thought was, does it act like soul sand? And where soul sand and a hopper underneath it will obviously pull an item through it. It's like one of the only full blocks that can pull an item all the way through without it being a hopper minecart.
I don't know, but I think the way you brought up soul sand, and I guess it's a good way of saying like this is kind of the soul sand of the slime.
Yeah, like
so who knows? It might have a lot of similarities.
Yeah, do you sink down in it like you do soul sand? We know you stick to it, which is something different than slime blocks. Slime blocks you bounce, honey blocks you stick.
Yeah, I like that they added sort of a new kind of thing, sticking to something that's new.
If I fly into it with an elytra, will it be like I get stuck in a spider web? Will I just slowly slide down the block?
Well, yeah, I saw you could slide down the side of the block, sort of like a stair.
Oh, see, I did not know this.
I wonder if you can climb up on them as well. I don't know, but I think they're really interesting. They have a lot of potential, I think.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's going to be really cool to play with it, and I think it's going to change some redstone somewhere.
Oh, yeah, for sure. It's
just
gonna
about everything that gets added changes redstone somewhere.
Well, just because it sort of... Well, it's stickier than slime or something, so I think they'll work fun with pistons. I wonder what people are going to do with that.
Yeah. My big thing about the mountain biome vote, I know we keep saying it's 115, even though it might not be, but snowy or snow? What does that mean?
I don't know. I wish I knew. I'm going to guess they're just going to add different kinds of snow.
I guess. I was thinking it's going to be like the ice, how you have ice, packed ice, then blue ice.
Could we get snow stairs?
Ooh.
Maybe be able to build like snowy, like igloos, proper ones. I don't know. Snow fortresses. How do you call them? Yeah. Maybe that would be cool.
I don't know.
Snow stairs. Why not?
What the heck is snowy or snow?
Maybe it's more like real snow. Like you can sink into it a little bit.
Yeah. Well, I kind of hope it's like non-spawnable blocks.
Or maybe
Cause
it piles on when it's actually snowing. Like now when it snows, you just get one layer, but if there's already a layer, it gets another layer.
that would be awesome. That
Although
would
if you
make
leave it running for really long, you would just get
really tall.
a chunk filled to build limit.
Or maybe it layers, snow layers, until you get to that one layer before it becomes a full block and doesn't go any higher than that.
Oh, yeah, that could be. I'm sure they'll figure something out if that's the case.
Yeah. Who knows? I'm glad Mountains won. I don't think Swamp was going to add anything crazy. Frogs were okay, but basically it's a rabbit in a swamp.
I like the bow chest thingies as well. I wasn't too excited about the trees, mainly because I didn't expect them to actually... I don't know. I thought they would maybe be disappointing.
Yeah, I mean, I pretty much expected the trees to just be bigger oak trees.
Yeah.
Using the same texture and everything. But I don't really know. Who knows, really?
They say they'll eventually launch them, so we'll eventually know.
Yeah. I'm still waiting on the ones from last biome vote, but sure.
Yeah. And that's been a while back already, that biome vote.
I know, right? Couldn't we have got those in 115 at least?
I just add them. I mean, we've said this so many times already. I mean, just don't even make an update for it. Just add them.
Yeah, don't show me what I can't have.
I don't know.
So do we want to move on?
What about the RAM? Do we... Oh, yeah, we can move on as well. I was curious what you thought of the RAM. That's how it's called, right?
The mountain goat. I can't remember.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's a mob. I have a feeling you'll be able to get wool from it, but it won't be as much as sheep.
So, that would make sense. Yeah, getting some wool from it.
Yeah. I want to say it's going to be kind of aggressive more than not aggressive.
Maybe something like llamas.
Yeah.
Like, if you attack them, they're going to be annoying.
Exactly. That's what I was thinking. Like, it does like a half a heart of damage, but it's going to keep butting you in with its head.
Yeah, and I wonder, because mountain goats have horns, right?
Yeah.
There could be a potential to add, like, maybe an item to the game.
That's true.
Some crafting. I mean, yeah. Make a trumpet out of it.
Well, I know goats like to climb things. Are they just going to constantly try to get to the highest point?
I'm sure they'll be bouncy.
Yes.
They're gonna jump all over the place. I don't know, I got that feeling.
I kind of agree with that.
Would be cool if you could ride them and then ride over mountains better or something.
Yes. Maybe they help you get through snowier snow. Maybe we're going to get sleds.
Oh. Ooh. That would be cool.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Yeah, it's starting to sink in now, isn't it?
Yeah, it took a few seconds, but dang, that's a good idea.
Yup. Okay, so we're going to end on a good idea there. Let's go to 116.
Yeah, because that's the big thing, right?
That's the big thing.
Wow.
Yes.
Beep, yeah. It actually says that in the notes, I gotta tell people.
It's actually in the notes, so... Yeah, Carl.
Wow, I mean, where to start? The Nether update.
Yeah.
I feel they did a lot.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna add biomes to the Nether, which I think is awesome.
Yes.
I kind of like being in the Nether already. I liked when I thought it was a really scary place, and I'm really comfortable in it. But that opens a new sort of perspective on it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd love to explore that new Nether.
Yeah, to me, the Nether now feels like a place I want to go travel through.
Yeah, and it's not going to be the same old red. It's going to have variety in colors and stuff.
Yeah, whereas before you kind of enclose your tunnel or you build it really high, so it's whatever you want. Now it's like, well, it'd be kind of cool to have windows and look out into the Nether and all that stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, especially the forests.
Mm-hmm.
They looked really, really cool, colorful.
Yeah, I'm excited for Blue Fire.
Oh yeah, same here. And I'm sure. I mean, it's gonna work when you light soul sand. So I guess that's just gonna work in the overworld as well.
Yeah, I think I remember them saying it's going to work as long as it's on soul sand. It's going to
Oh,
be
that's
blue
gonna
fire.
make so much cool like magical places,
Mm-hmm.
witch huts and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw some new glowstone as well.
I think I saw
Or
that too.
I don't know if it's glowstone, but it sort of looked like it.
I want to call it new glowstone too. It kind of looked like an orange that was sliced and put on a block, but
Right. I can't remember. Did it glow? I mean, I
I
guess
couldn't
so.
tell. It was in the nether.
Yeah.
Everything is on
Maybe
fire
it's some
and
new
stuff.
kind of ore that could be, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, with all these changes, I can't. I don't think I saw something about a new ore type. Did you?
I don't think I did either.
Okay. I mean, maybe that's gonna be it.
I want to lean more towards it's kind of a new glowstone.
Yeah, that was my impression as well.
Well, maybe it's like a new fruit or plant or something.
Oh, something edible.
Yeah,
Oh, that
'Cause
could be.
because they mentioned food in the nether was a thing now, and if you saw from the video, there are tons of new mushrooms. So
Oh, I had missed that. I
Yeah.
didn't see new mushrooms.
I mean, I could see at least 5 or 6 new kinds of mushrooms in one picture, and I went, "Holy
Oh,
cow!"
sweet.
They're like blue
Oh, I
and
like that.
orange and red.
Well,
and just
I
crazy
know the
colors.
new mobs they add because
Mm-hmm.
well they're gonna add new mobs, but they drop meat, the beasts.
Yes, but can I put
Uh,
honey on it?
I mean, let's hope you're fine. You'll eventually get your honey on meat, but I didn't read anything or see anything about it.
Yeah, I haven't seen that either.
I wish I could say yes.
I just want to put honey on my
Uh,
meat.
I thought those new mobs were really cool though. The Bilgans they're called.
Yeah.
They look like actual nether pigs.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a shame they're yet another humanoid.
Yeah,
But I really like the way they look.
they look like warhogs.
Yeah. And they're gonna add some new kind of trading system
Oh
to that.
no, you know what they look like? They look like
Wait.
a pink version of that guy in Star Wars Return of the Jedi that's like guarding Jabba the Hutt who gets thrown into the Sarlacc, not the Sarlacc's pit, but the God, what do they call the guy? I don't know. Star Wars nerds, you know what I'm talking about. It looks just
mean-
like him.
I know Star Wars, but I don't know that scene well enough to know the guy next to Jabba the Hutt.
All right, prepared guys. We're gonna do some ranting. So in Return of the Jedi, Luke's at Jabba the Hutt's palace, right? He's trying to convince Jabba to let Han Solo go and everything, right?
Yeah, and then he gets thrown down in a pit.
Right. Well, he gets thrown down in the pit with a piggy thing. There's another guy in there.
I guess it's time for me to rewatch the movie.
Yep. All right, guys, your homework. Go watch Return of the Jedi. Tell me what the heck that thing is, and why do our piglins look like it?
I mean, I'm sure there's some... Well, I don't know if they listen to our podcast, but I'm sure there's some people in the world who talk his language.
Yes. Okay, Star Wars rant over. Back to why I can't put honey on my meat.
Oh, well, tell us why. I guess we should ask Minecraft, yeah.
Yeah, why can't we do that? I want that. Honey is such a cool thing. You should be able to add it to food sources.
Did they, like, even say anything about adding a function of it? Or...
I don't think so. I have not seen anything like that.
Well, great. I guess we'll just have to... I mean, it sounds like it's just gonna be a kind of disappointing food source, but hopefully they change that.
Yeah. Also, you can set your spawn point in the nether now.
Yeah, when's that gonna be added? Is that in 1.15 or is that in 16?
I don't know.
Because I heard about that as well, but I didn't...
I would want to say 115 because they mentioned that you'll no longer have to sleep through the night to set your spawn point. You'll just have to click on your bed.
Oh, right, yeah.
So I would hope that would transfer into the nether, but you still have that whole click on a bed in the nether and you set off a nuclear warhead.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
So-
it would make sense if they add it when they update the nether as well.
That's true.
We'll just have to wait and find out, I guess. Or we'll
Mhm.
get corrected in the Discord.
Yep.
So let's get back to... Well, we kind of still are. But 1.16, what else do we get? We get new trees.
Yes.
Like, we get nether trees. I saw blue ones and red ones. I hope we get new wood with that. I mean, I can't imagine it would be like oak wood.
No, well, they had like these veins in them.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I'm just assuming we're gonna get a new wood type, because...
Yeah, well...
Kinda has to be.
So here's what gets me. So they have these like red and blue veins in these new woods. Is that going to be like tree sap, or are we going to be able to get the tree sap out of those woods? Maybe.
I don't know. It sort of looked like glowy vines that grow on it or something.
That could be it too. Oh, thanks guys. Doggies. Yay.
Did one sneeze?
Yes, one sneezed.
Well, bless you,
yeah.
Doggy. Don't know which one.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, so they could be vines. I thought they looked like veins, but I don't know. I watched it 2 or 3 times trying to figure this out. But there's definitely new leaf blocks.
Yeah, that too. The way I kind of saw the veins, they just looked like they were part of the bark. I didn't really expect them to be separate.
Yeah.
Yeah, new leaves. That's going to be interesting.
Yeah, and they're different colors. They're not green. We have red and blue leaves finally.
Mm-hmm. Well, I was just starting to think, like, how would they react in the overworld?
Oh, true. I wonder if they die in the overworld and you have, like, gray, kind of like how if you take coral out of the water, it turns gray.
Or like regular leaves who change their colors a little bit, depending on in which biome they are.
That's true, too.
Maybe they have the same subtle kind of change. Like, they just get a bit duller, but still be red and blue, but...
Well, what if it's
just... in it?
What if it's just one tree type, and depending on where in the nether that tree grows, it changes from blue to red or red to blue?
Oh, yeah, because where I saw the trees, they were sort of entire that color biome, I think.
Yeah, and if you look down, they have, like, nether grass now, and that's colored red and blue, too.
Yeah. I didn't even read something about that. I don't know if it's going to be called nether grass or something else, or...
Yeah, I don't know what it's called either.
So many things that they're going to add. Yeah, they're going to add some new kind of trading as well. I don't know if you looked into that.
I heard about that.
So I heard how it's going to work, which basically is you throw a gold bar at them, and then they can throw something back.
Right.
Which I thought was kind of cool.
Yeah, to me it all depends on what they throw back at you. Obviously, there's going to be a loot table with percentages of what they throw back at you. If they're just throwing, like, a gold sword at you,
It sounded like it's not going to be an effective trading way like regular villagers.
Right.
But it does sound like the way they're going to update the nether is that it's a survivable spot. Like, you could just go instantly into the nether as soon as you spawn in the world and survive.
Yeah. And I'm sure that's going to be like some hardcore player's world like that. It's like day 1 in the nether, don't come back out.
Yeah. I would probably. I mean, with the new nether, that's actually... Like, you would stay sane. Yeah.
Talking about the trading system, when I heard about it, to me it kind of sounded like this was a trading system they were going to use for 1.14, and then they realized that players were really attached to more of the older way, so they just kind of made a better older way, and then took this trading system and put it with the piglin guys. If that makes sense.
I follow. Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that. Maybe, yeah.
Because if you think about it, you can hold an item up at a villager and he'll tell you what he trades, or what he would trade for that now anyways.
Mm-hmm.
So they just basically took that concept and said, hey, I'm not going to tell you what I'm going to give you, but I'm going to give you it.
Yeah. I mean, it kind of makes sense.
It could be a stretch, but I'm going to keep stretching because we have guessed right so much on this Minecon announcement that who knows? We've got to be right at some point, right?
If we just keep saying stuff, maybe it'll become true. Maybe somebody is listening.
Yes. If you are listening, tell us, please.
We shouldn't forget another cool thing about the Pilgrim is that they are gonna attack other mobs.
Yeah, that looks
They sort
really
of
cool.
attack the hostile ones. I am worried though. Like if they attack a zombie pigman, is that like a skeleton attacking a zombie pigman and you're screwed when you're around? Or are we gonna be safe when they do that?
I don't know, but I also looked at, like, okay, so you have gold farms, right? Well, if they go around just killing pigmen, now you have no gold farm. Unless they drop gold too. But now what if they're taking out wither skeletons before you can take out wither skeletons?
Yeah.
What if they take out the piglin beast that you use to get food before you can take it out? Like, are they just going to rampage to the nether to the point where there's nothing but them in there at the time? How is that going to work?
Well, I'm sure, I mean, they're going to have some spawn requirements, obviously. If they're going to spawn like nether pig, like the pigman we got now, that actually could be an issue.
Yeah.
But just because you mentioned that, I guess they're going to spawn in certain areas, maybe to get their own biome. Maybe it's going to be like villages. They just have a...
Yeah, or a villager area. Or pillager outpost, I should say.
Yeah, I think that last one is probably... That seems likely. Like, they're gonna have some kind of outpost, village kind of deal.
Yeah, to me it would make the most sense. I do like how if you go digging through their chests, they get all angry at you and stuff.
Yeah, and they don't attack you or something when you wear gold? Like, you're sort of invisible if you wear golden armor? Because they're really after gold always or something. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly how that works, because I don't think they're hostile towards you anyway. Yeah, unless you provoke them.
It would give golden armor a purpose, because let's face it, right now it really doesn't have one. Yeah. But then again, it's not really a big enough purpose for me to say, oh, I need gold armor.
Well, also, I mean, they're just mobs, right?
So yeah. Just slap them in the face with my sword.
Exactly.
I have so many little clips of me saying stuff that, if out of context, would be extremely bad. So please don't take my words out of context.
Well, maybe somebody's gonna make a song out of that.
Yes. Please don't. Okay, I'm stealing one of yours because I've been wanting to talk about it. The target block.
Oh, I completely forgot about that one. Yeah.
I think it's kind of exciting and kind of cool.
Yeah, same here.
I hope it's able to be moved with a piston.
Well, I saw the target block and I was like, "Oh, that has cool mechanics." And then I kind of jumped to another thought. I was like, "I want to see what Omni's gonna do with this."
Yes, that was my first thought. Was I want to see what Omni can do with the target block.
I kind of stopped thinking because I can't make as good as a game with that anyway. So just let Omni do his magic on those, and I want to see what happens with that.
Yeah. I still went back to, I think buttons are the best bullseye. I thought the target block was really cool, and the fact that it could tell where your arrow was in the block.
Right, yeah.
But buttons are so small that they're kind of you either hit it or you didn't. There's no question about it.
I mean, I wonder how accurate the target blocks are gonna be.
Yeah.
You can definitely make some cool, I don't know, I guess doorways by having to exactly hit the bullseye and then only something will open. Yeah. And if the target block's far away.
Yeah, or missing the bullseye purposely on a certain section.
Oh, that's even more difficult, maybe. Trying to score like some halfway amount of points.
Mm-hmm. But I think that's it. I think we covered everything we wanted to cover in 1.16. Do you know of anything else?
I mean, we're probably forgetting something, but I didn't write anything more down.
Oh, Soul Sand Valleys.
Oh, yeah. Didn't they also add different kinds of soul sand?
I don't know if they added different kind of soul sands. Now, you saw like stalactites or whatever they're called in caves in these valleys. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I don't know if that's going to be like a new stone block or if they're just using it. To me, it looked like andesite, but I don't know.
I mean, I hope it's not going to be andesite, but they add some kind of new nether stone block or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, I got the feeling we're gonna get a lot of new blocks in that update anyway.
I do too. Well, we have to. We've
Yeah.
seen so many new blocks.
Exactly. So we know at least, like, for example, that grass you mentioned. I didn't even think about it, but that's an obvious one. We saw it, so it's gonna be added, even though nobody said anything about it, or at least I think so.
Yeah. Then you got the trees and the leaves.
Yeah, and the mushrooms you mentioned as well.
And mushrooms.
I think I saw different kinds of soul sand, like different textures. Maybe it's a rotatable texture.
Yeah, we'll have to go back and look at that. That may be one of the textures they're tweaking. Because you had made mention in the snapshot, some textures got some tweaks.
Oh, that could be it. Maybe it's just a new texture. I mean, we'll find out soon enough.
Yeah, if you guys know more, definitely let us know. Tell us what your favorite part of 116 is going to be. Or even 115. Or 117, because mountains.
I mean, I'm sure we'll get back to the topic anyway.
Yeah.
In future episodes, probably pretty quick, because it seems like this is exciting stuff.
Yeah, and we purposely skipped Dungeons and Minecraft Earth. That's going to be in the news part for the next podcast. We figured there was so much to cover with just 116. Exactly.
Well, we're already at nearly, what is it, like over 50 minutes at the moment? So, yeah, adding those two topics, that wouldn't have fit.
It would have taken way longer. We'd have part 1, part 2 again, and yeah, we'll just save it for next week. So hopefully you guys don't get too mad about that.
I think that's the first time we actually thought what we're going to talk about next week.
I think so too.
Spoilers.
We'll have to put those in the show notes immediately so we don't forget to talk about it next week.
That's a good point, else we would forget it.
Yeah. Alright, but you want to go ahead and lead us out?
I'll take us out. If you like the show, share it with all your friends and on social media. Leave us a rating and a review. That really helps us out to reach more listeners. If you would like to get into contact with the show, send an email to podcast@rippleeffectsmp.com or tweet us, or the best thing, join our Discord and have a chat with us. It's a great way to get in touch with us and the rest of the community as well. The links will be in the show notes, as usual.
Yeah, this show has been brought to you by Bank and myself, but also our digital producer, Carl. He helps make sure the show ends up where it's supposed to be and not stuck in some soul sand valley in the nether. The amazing music you hear in the intro and outro was created by the one and only Decoy. Both their social media info can be found in the description. You guys have been awesome. Thank you so much for getting withered with us. You should probably go drink some milk or something. Bye!
See ya later.